we're looking at all the little bits and pieces that you can do to help the body in its process to heal. And they can be particularly helpful when something goes wrong, when things aren't quite right. They can speed up the healing.
This is Barbara O'Neill, a health expert who believes the best remedies don't come from fancy labs, but from your own home. Forget complicated treatments or expensive solutions. Barbara's approach is all about simple, powerful hacks you can use with everyday items. In this video, we're diving into Barbara's best tips and tricks to heal, recharge, and thrive. First, let's start with onion.
And you can use onion cooked or you can use it raw. So we'll begin by looking at the cooked onion, and you steam it just like that with all the skin on top, because the bottom will hold everything in place. And ideally you steam it or you dry bake it. If you boil it, some of the healing properties are going to go into the water. And when it's hot and soft, you cut it in half, so what you're looking at is the rings. And what you can do, which I have since learnt, that you can squeeze that and you can put some of that hot cooked onion juice into a spoon. It'll be boiling, but when it gets onto the cold spoon, it'll come to just the right temperature, and then that can be put into an ear that is sore or aching. And then with the hot cooked onion, you wrap it up a few times. You might use a cloth. These are sheets that start to get a bit thin. I think they make the nicest poultice material. You know, the sheets that the 15-year-old boy puts his foot to, perfect. Puts it through, they're the perfect ones. And then you get it just the right temperature, and you can put that on the ear, and then you might cover it with a plastic square. It needs to have a plastic square on it to keep it warm, because when it gets cold, you have to remove it. So now we're going to have a look at the raw onion. But what I'm first of all going to show you is what you can do for a sore throat. You can finely slice the onion. So get a few fine slices. So when the grandson or the teenager or the son puts his knee through the sheet, it's a good idea to fold them up into squares. This is a good sized square. So we're making an onion poultice for the throat now, sore throat, and you just lay those little onions down like so, and then you pull the cloth over top and bottom, and then put that round the neck. And then you might cover that with a scarf, or you might cover it with a little bit of plastic and then a scarf, and you can leave that on overnight. Your bed partner might complain about your perfume, but it eases a sore throat. Now I'm going to make an onion cough syrup. So there's lots of things you can do with onion. So I've chopped up an onion, and I'm going to put approximately a teaspoon of honey on top of there, and then another layer of onion, and then another teaspoon of honey, and another layer of onion. I'm starting to cry. If you don't cry when you cut up the onion, that's a worry. It must be an irradiated onion. And you keep doing this until you've filled your jar. This is just the right amount. And then you let that sit for 24 hours. After 24 hours, you will have a syrup. So this time tomorrow night, we can have a look at this, and you'll see that there's a syrup formed. So at the moment, we've just got this thick, gooey, sticky honey. Now on top, I should do about 2 teaspoons. At the moment, we've got layered in the jar, thick, sticky honey, and if I move it, I don't see any fluid there. I've just got thick, sticky honey and chopped onion. And by tomorrow night, that's 24 hours, you'll see a a fluid that comes up to about here. It'll be like an amber, very runny fluid, and that's your onion syrup. And you can strain your onion out, and you can keep that cough syrup in your fridge. Well, I don't know how long you can keep it in the fridge because it never lasted long in my house. But a German lady said, I've had a jar in my fridge for 8 years.
That was very interesting, but now let's look at the uses of garlic.
And we're going to look at a relative of the onion now, which is garlic. And this is a nice garlic. I always look for the purple ones. So you want to have a look at for the, I was going to say Australia, but I'm in America now. So I try not to get the Chinese ones. And if you press it down, you can open it up easily. And this is your natural antibiotic. In your book, there's a recipe for the flu bomb. And the flu bomb has crushed garlic in it. I don't say how much because it depends how much you dare. Some people can handle a couple of cloves, some people can handle only 1 clove. Also a little bit of grated ginger, sprinkle of cayenne pepper, or half a teaspoon if you can handle it. Drop of eucalyptus oil, only a drop, there's definitely a measurement there. Now what I'm doing now, this is what you do to a baby. You could do it to a newborn baby, you could do it to any baby. So I've got a little cloth that's a strip, and that looks like about 8 inches long, about a bit more than 1 inch wide, and I've put some fine slices of garlic on there. And I'm going to cover that over, and I'm going to pretend that the palm of my hand is the bottom of the foot. So I've got a layer of cloth between the fine slices of garlic and the skin. If that garlic touches the skin, it will blister the skin. Not so with the onion, but definitely with the garlic. And you can do this to a baby any age, and within a couple of minutes you can smell it on their breath, because it takes 1 minute for 1 drop of blood to go around the whole body. So this is a great way to get garlic into a baby if they've got a little bit of a chesty cough, or if they've got a head cold, a bit snuffly, then you can put the garlic on their feet.
The best remedies are often the simplest. Barbara O'Neill's home hacks remind us that with a little knowledge and the right tools, you can take charge of your health naturally. So, why wait? Start using these powerful, simple remedies today and experience the difference they can make in your life. And if you enjoyed this video, check out another one, Barbara O'Neill's Wellness Secret, the magic of pure air and sunshine.